Romans 11:24. For if thou wert cut out of the olive which is wild by nature, and were grafted contrary to nature into a good olive tree, how much more shall these which be the natural branches be grafted into their own olives? You're probably wondering, well, where is this leading us? I want to speak today on the two olives. And in this verse, we can see here two olive trees. One is a good olive tree. The other, it's not so good olive tree. As the verse says, it was wild by nature. Well, what does that mean? It means that this wild olive tree had a variety of fruits. It did not have one kind of olive, one kind, but many. And the good olive tree had all the time, you can expect the same from it. Well, these two olive trees, they represent the good olive tree being representing Israel, and the wild olive represents the Gentile nations. Keep that in mind. Jeremiah 11, verse 16. The Lord called thy name a green olive tree, fair and of goodly fruits, with the voice of a great tumult. He had kindled of fire upon it, and the branches of it are broken. So the Lord did call Israel a green olive tree. And over time, Israel fall into false worship. And as we see the verses saying here, God kindled a fire upon it, the branches of it are broken. Verse 17, for the Lord of hosts that planted thee. It is God who planted Israel and made Israel the nation they were. Genesis 26, verse 1. The Lord is speaking here to Isaac. And there was a famine in the land beside the first famine that was in the days of Abraham. And Isaac went unto Abimelech, king of the Philistines, unto Gerar. And the Lord appeared unto him and said, Go not down into Egypt, dwell in the land which I shall tell thee of. Sojourn in this land, and I will be with thee, and will bless thee, and unto thee and unto thy seed will I give all these countries. And I will perform the oath which I swear unto Abraham thy father. And I will make thy seed to multiply as the stars of heaven, and will give unto thy seed all these countries. And in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because that Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws. It was God who called Abraham from his native land, modern-day Iraq, when he asked him to leave Ur of the Chaldees. And Abraham left in faith. not questioning where he was going. Abraham, at the time his name was Abraham, believed God, trusted God, and he went in faith. And God did promise to bless him, to make him a great nation. You know, Israel came from Abraham. You know, Isaac gave birth to Jacob. We know this. And so when we read Romans 11:24, and I say to you that these two trees represent the one Israel and the other nations. This is where it started, brethren. It started from Abraham. God had so much confidence in this man that God believed he would teach his children and his household, his children and his household. Abraham had many people working with him, for him. And so God was confident in this man that he can share some personal things with him, even the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. And so here we see, my brethren, the planting, the planting and the growing of this olive tree, springing up in Abraham. We see Isaac, and the Lord is saying to Isaac that he will bless him with the same blessing that he promised Abraham. Romans 3 and verse 1. Romans 3:1. You might be saying to yourselves, well, this is not right, because God called out Abraham, he blessed him, and he gives him so much. What should one expect from the other olive tree but wild fruit? Right? Romans 3:1. What advantage then hath the Jews? Or what profit is there of circumcision? Much every way, chiefly because unto them were committed the oracles of God. God gave Abraham his law and his commandment. Circumcision was a must. Moses came along, bringing the children of Israel out of Egypt. God gave Moses his commandments and his laws to guide his people Israel.